Hi there. So this is my seed starting project at home. So you've already seen the video of my seed starting at the community garden grow stand. I have a much smaller grow stand here that I'll show you in a moment. I am just getting started on my onion seeds, and I actually looked at my calendar and I can start some herb seeds too, but I'm going to start with my onions. At my house, I will be doing bunching onions. So I have four different varieties here. This was given to me by a local gardener, and I'm basically doing these just to see what they're like. I've never grown bunching onions. I growing a lot of them. I highly doubt I will need all of them, so I'm probably going to be donating them to the food pantry. So these seeds are from Johnny's. I've never purchased seeds from Johnny's, but I've heard really good things about them. So this is, I don't know how to say that, Nabichan. Here we have, I just bought these two varieties from Baker Creek. I don't know how to say this either, Hishiko bunching and Red Welsh. Again, this is my first time using seeds from Baker Creek. Don't know what to expect. And these seeds were also given to me by a gardener. Reimer seeds for white spear onions. This particular packet was sort of underwhelming. Please read the planting instructions on our website. And I did do that, and I didn't really notice anything different than what I had already seen for the other types. And then I'm also going to be starting some shallots. I'm just starting the seeds. I haven't really done a lot of research on starting shallots, but the instructions are very similar to onions and bunching onions. So I'm just going to see what happens. So this will be sort of a massive experiment. My home garden, I'm focusing on a lot of vegetables that the particular groundhog that lives in my yard doesn't like, because he finds ways into my garden and eats everything, but he didn't really seem to care for the onion, pepper, things like that. So I've prepared these 4 containers. I need one more for the shallots. Basically, these are probably about 3 by 3, and they fit. This is a 10-20 tray that I have them sitting in. It has no holes in it, so I can bottom water. And they fit 3 this way, and then I haven't seen how many will fit the long way. But this is what I'm going to be using on my grow stand. They have, let's see, so bunching onions, when you put the seeds in, you want to make sure that you're putting a bunch together. I just refreshed my memory on this. They're bunching, so they grow in a bunch, and that's what prevents them from bulbing. So I'm going to be putting about 10 seeds of each type in each of these containers so that I ensure good germination and a good bunch of onions. So I'm just going to get that set up, and in a moment I'm going to show you my grow stand. Hi, so I'm here to share a lesson that I just learned, which is don't hold the container that you just put seeds in over your entire tub of seed starting mix while you top it off, because you could drop it into your entire container of seed starting mix. And now you have shallot seeds in there. A lot of shallot seeds in there. Okay, so I have my seeds started for this evening. I did decide to just go ahead and continue to start seeds, even though the seed starting mix is tainted, for lack of a better word, with shallot seed. So what I started was my bunching onions, so you can see those all in the back. I use nice big pots for those because those pots are loaded with a bunch of seeds in each one. The shallots, I think, are similar to onions. So I did a bunch of seed all throughout the container, and then I will split them up into separate containers once they sprout and they, I can see if they're going to be healthy plants or not. So then I went ahead also and I started some of my herbs. I am not doing a ton of herbs for home. I mostly am probably going to do basil. I also really enjoy just starting all sorts of random things just because they're so beautiful. Okay, and here's the last thing that I have started is coffee. I bought coffee seed last year from M.I. Gardner, and then I watched his YouTube video, which is insanely informative, but it completely freaked me out because I realized coffee plants are high maintenance, and I really wasn't ready to take on that level of high maintenance. But I decided to just go for it this year, start the seeds, see if anything even happens. They're really difficult to germinate. The packet said 5 seeds, but I mean, I have 6 here, and I think I have another 5 in the packet. So I feel like because they know that they're difficult to germinate, they threw some extras in there for me. So I'll definitely keep you posted on what's going on with this. So I'm pretty excited about this. So this is what I have going on. I'm going to put everything on the timers. It's nighttime. Everybody should be sleeping. All my plants should be sleeping. So I'm going to turn off all the lights, and then in the morning, 7 a.m., that timer should go off. I set it for a notification. So we'll see if that happens. If I get a notification that the timer clicked and my lights are all on, that's what we want. So stay tuned. We'll check in and make sure that that actually happened in the morning. All right. Thanks for sticking around for this seed starting. One more thing I did forget to share is I don't learn from my mistakes, and I tipped a pot of rosemary into the seed starting too. So I tried to pull everything out. Like I just did one big scoop back into the container, but rosemary seeds are so tiny. So it's really possible that I'm just going to have a whole lot of craziness sprouting up out of these pots. But I am going to dump out. There's not a lot left in the bucket. It was a pretty small bag. I'm going to dump the rest outside and start with a fresh batch for my next batch of seeds that I'm starting. I do have one of these plastic dome lid things that you put over the tray to keep in moisture and warmth. I'm going to put it on top, but I think it's not going to fit all the way because those pots in the back are taller. But, every little bit helps. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there just because I have it from last year. All right, so like I said, we'll check in the morning and make sure that my smart switch actually worked. All right, thanks. Good night.